Alright boys and girls, welcome to this video. My name is Yanis and my agency is called AI Solved. Over the past 3 months, I was able to build and sell 7 AI voice agents to clients ranging from anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you every single thing you need to know and do in order to build your first AI voice agent with actions as a complete beginner. I'm going to try to make this tutorial as beginner friendly as possible. So if you're just starting out, you're completely new to this, you realize that AI is going to take over every single industry on earth, it's going to replace your job, and it's going to render your university degree completely useless. So you want to acquire the necessary skill sets in order to position yourself perfectly in this AI revolution to capitalize on this opportunity, then this is a video for you to watch, and I recommend you watch it entirely because we're going to be going over some key concepts. However, if you're already a nurtured player, you've been doing it for a while and you're just looking for some answers to how to set up a certain automation, for example, then you can just skip to whatever part that you like. And one last thing before we dive in, if you want access to any of the resources or templates that I'm sharing in this video, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can reach out to me and I'm going to send you everything. Let's dive in. So guys, just to give you an understanding of how this is going to go, I'm going to first start by walking you through this presentation right here, just so you can get the basic concepts of what AI voice agents are, how do they actually work. Then I'm going to walk you through my OneInbox platform, which is actually my favorite platform, my favorite tool for building these AI agents. I'm going to walk you through the profile of my agent, its role, the prompt, the actions it's able to take. Then I'm going to dive into my Makecom platform and I'm going to show you the automations and how I've set them up. And then at the end, we're going to give it a test to make sure that everything works as it's supposed to. So let's start out by explaining what AI voice agents are. And I guess the best way I like to view them as is that they're human-like AI-powered voice bots with natural language processing capabilities that can be prompted to achieve a specific objective over the phone and take actions through a connection to different software tools. So essentially, guys, the main functionality, the major capability these agents have is they can essentially replace a human in every single phone interaction. So whenever in a company, whenever a human, a person, a real person is using the phone, that job can actually be replaced by an AI voice agent. And the AI voice agents are able to make outbound calls or answer inbound calls. Now, the model I'm going to be breaking down today is for inbound calls because it's simpler and easier to set up. However, if you want me to make another tutorial for outbound voice agents, then let me know. They are designed to automate phone-related business process. We already touched on that. Accurate understanding of the user's words, so they can actually understand what it is you're saying. They can form meaning out of it and formulate a response. They can provide human, realistic voice responses in real time, and they can execute real-world actions based on each conversation. Now, how do they actually work? This is a simple flow that I put together, a diagram that I think is going to pass you the idea very clearly. So we have the user, let's say this can be a customer or whatever, and then we have a phone number, and that phone number is connected to your agent. So whenever that customer calls that number, instead of a human answering the phone, the agent is going to answer the phone. So the phone number, the user talks, and his speech is being converted to text through a transcription provider. That text goes into a prompted LLM. An LLM is basically the brain of your agent, where you give it a bunch of instructions so the agent understands what it is you want it to do and what kind of purpose it's serving in your company. And that LLM is also connected to a knowledge base and the server where you host your agent on, in my case, OneInbox. Now, a knowledge base is basically a bunch of data that you want your agent to be trained on in addition to the prompt. And that data can be information about your company or about your services, your working hours, the CEO of the company, whatever. We're going to touch on that a little more later. And then the server basically gives your agent a few more features, like you want to tweak how responsive he is or how emotional he is, or you want to tweak how quickly he speaks. You can do that through the server, through the features that the platform gives you. Maybe you want to change his voice and whatnot. And then the agent is also able to be integrated through API with different platforms, so he can also take real-time action. So text comes in, the LLM understands the inquiry from the user. It formulates a response. At the same time, it allows the agent to take certain actions, and then that response goes through a voice provider. It can be 11 Labs, or there are so many different platforms out there, but mostly 11 Labs is the best. It goes through 11 Labs, and then it basically converts the text to speech, and within less than 1 second, the user receives a response from the agent. And the latency is usually between half a second to a second. It doesn't often go longer than that. So if you ask it a question, within half a second to a second, it's going to get back to you. Now, what about prompt engineering? These are the instructions that help the agent understand which process is going to be automating and how it should go about doing so. It's the same as providing SOPs to a new employee. So essentially, guys, the prompt helps your agent understands the purpose that it's going to be serving. And there are ways you can structure your prompt to make it more effective. And obviously, I'm going to show you my prompt in a little bit. But obviously, every prompt should have these 5 basic pillars to it. So first of all, we have the objective, where you help the agent understand its overall objective. Then we have role and personality, how the agent should behave in interactions, meaning its demeanor, right? Personality. Tasks, the overall jobs the agent is assigned to execute. Processes, how the agent should handle specific scenarios. And then we have response guidelines, how the agent should handle specific questions. And if you don't really understand that, don't worry. I'm going to dive into my OneInbox platform and I'm going to show you the specific prompt for my agent. Now, what about the knowledge base? As I said, this is all the information you want your AI agent to have access to in case it needs to reference it at any point in the conversation. So see it as training material on your company that turns your agent in a domain expert. And you can add knowledge to your agent through website links, PDF files, videos, SOPs, CSV files, Google documents, you name it. But essentially what this does, it gives your agent an additional database that he can draw specific information from. So it turns him from a generic LLM model into an expert, domain expert model for your specific company. So if, for example, you want your agent to have access to all your services, or you want him to know who the CEO of the company is, and you have the website connected to his knowledge base, and in the website you list all that information, then once a user asks the agent a question, the agent is going to be able to withdraw that data from the knowledge base that is basically connected to your website, and now it's going to formulate a response accordingly. Now, what about actions? These are actions you want your agent to be able to take in order to successfully execute the process like a real human would. And this is where the agent kind of stops being just an information-based tool, and it provides real-world value to businesses that can actually solve problems, because it automates not just conversation, but also tasks that need to take place during the conversation or after the conversation. So some examples of actions you can instruct your agent to be able to take could be update a lead on the CRM. Maybe every time somebody calls to book a reservation for your restaurant or something, you want to add that person in a certain CRM that you're using, or maybe your client CRM. You can actually do that. Book an appointment in a calendar or manage those appointments. Escalate a call to a real human in case somebody's talking to the agent and the agent can't really assist them. The agent should be able to transfer that call in real time to a real person. The agent should be able to end the call. Automated call routing. Let's say you run a large company and you have a customer support department where you're receiving a lot of calls every single day from people with different inquiries, right? Then you can have your initial agent answering the call, and then based on each user's inquiries, he can direct or route the call maybe to other agents or to other humans. Order management. I mean, there's so many different actions you can program your AI voice agents to take. It just comes down to the specific use case that you have in mind and you want to build. Now, what are the best inbound agent use cases? I mean, obviously there are a lot of them. The most basic ones are booking and managing reservations and appointments. So essentially, every single business on earth that has people calling them in order to schedule an appointment, in-person appointment or over the internet or whatever, it can benefit tremendously from an AI voice agent, because that agent is going to be able to replace whatever amount of time the human spends on the phone, and it's going to do as good as a job as that person could. So booking and managing reservations, restaurants, salons, barber shops. I mean, there's so many business guys. And I find it crazy how small the amount of people that actually understand these tools and are selling them is. Obviously, it's going to get bigger as time goes on. But for the time being, people think that AI agency is a competitive space. They have no idea. There are not a lot of people selling these solutions. And you can even see it from the size of the influencers in this market compared to the actual value and the actual scalability of these solutions, and how many businesses would eventually want them. Is such a blue ocean right now. But anyways, let's get back on track. Qualifying leads, triage calls, so they even have sales use cases, customer support, obviously, hiring, pre-qualification, answering FAQs, training new employees. I mean, whatever you can think of, pretty much, you can basically automate. I've seen people even use agents to automate their sales calls, their closing calls. I'm not sure how successful they are at doing that. I don't think they're advanced on that level yet, but give them a year or two and they're certainly going to be able to close leads for you, right? So it's just crazy, guys. Now, what are the tools that I'm going to be using in this specific agent that I'm going to be breaking down for you? OneInbox to host the agent, Makecom for all the integrations, and then Google Calendar. So it's going to be a relatively simple setup. And of course, guys, if you want to understand more about how to build those agents, or generally we have questions about your agency, you are struggling to close clients, or whatever it might be, I'm giving away 5 free 30-minute consultations. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a DM on Instagram. This is my handle right here. DM me the word agent. And if I see it, then we can hop on a call and I'm going to help you any way I can. So now let's dive into the OneInbox platform. And I'm going to quickly do a short walkthrough. So OneInbox basically allows you to build primarily inbound voice agents. They also have an outbound voice agent feature coming up soon. The way it works is you log in, you come here. It also has a 7-day free trial thing. So I'm going to add the link in the description if you want to check it out. You come here. Once you click add agents, you can see it gives you some templates depending on the use case you have in mind. So restaurants, agencies, car dealerships, healthcare. What I usually do is start my own agent from scratch. And then once you do that, it's going to direct you here. You can name your agent. You can set up the time zone, the language you want your agent to be able to talk. So they have a lot of options: English, German, Spanish, Hindi, Japanese, French. They have more options coming up. You can even select the voice of your agent. So you can kind of filter by accent, gender, and age. Personally, I like to use, younger voices. But anyway, here we have some more advanced settings. Responsiveness, adjust the speed of the AI agent's response to user inputs. Interruption sensitivity, control how easily the agent can be interrupted. Voice speed, set up the speaking speed of the AI agent. And then emotions. You can kind of play around with these settings to figure out what works for you. Because oftentimes, you're going to have to set some settings up, call the agent, test him out, then go back, tweak some more settings, maybe add some stuff to the prompt, and then go back and forth. So it's basically a feedback loop like most things in life. The role is where you set up the prompt of the agent. So I want you to kind of pause the video here and go through this prompt quickly. You can actually see it here. Just go through it on your own. I don't want to take too much time going through this prompt, but just so you have an understanding of this agent is about. Your job is to answer the phone and assist customers with 1, scheduling an appointment, 2, canceling an appointment they've previously scheduled, or 3, assisting them in rescheduling an appointment for a different time and date. And this specific use case is for a barbershop. So you can see here, your name is Alex, you're an appointment setting specialist for a hair salon named The Barbershop. Maintain a pleasant and positive, friendly demeanor. Okay, so this is a prompt of it. Now, one thing I like about OneInbox that other platforms don't really have is that it gives you prompt copilot. So you can actually go here, ask the copilot, and it's gonna create a prompt for you as long as you answer the questions it's asking you. And then obviously you can kind of tweak and play around with the prompt itself to make it fit to your needs. About actions, this specific agent is able to create a calendar event on Google Calendar, is able to reschedule an event, is able to cancel an event that is already scheduled, is able to end the call, is able to escalate the call to a real human. And some of these features are directly built into OneInbox, like end the call and transfer the call. It can also send SMS, an email. Maybe after the call, you want your agent to send an SMS to the person and remind them that they have an appointment coming up for this day. I haven't set it up for this agent. These two features are super easy to build. However, for the calendar event features, and you're going to need to use webhooks for that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This agent, you can actually come here to settings, go to phone numbers, select this phone number or buy a new one if you want, connect him to your agent, and then now this agent right here is live, as you can see. So once you go ahead and you call this number, please don't spam my agent, then he's going to pick up and he's going to kind of walk you through the conversation. So it's pretty simple, guys. It also gives you access to the call logs in case you want to review them. You can also rate your calls accordingly. You can download them, whatever. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do now is walk you through the different automations that I have connected to my agent. This is Make.com. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically a logic platform that allows you to connect different tools together, and you're going to need it if you want your agent to be able to take certain actions. Now, in this case, my agent is going to be able to create a calendar event on Google Calendar, cancel an event that is already scheduled in case people call and want to cancel their appointment with the barber, and also be able to reschedule existing events, right? The rest of the actions are already integrated through the OneInbox platform. But for additional actions like the ones I just mentioned, you're going to need to create a fucking account on Make.com. It's pretty easy. It's also free, I think, up to a certain point, and then you're going to need to start paying. So I'm going to start with the create calendar event one. I'm going to walk you through it. And obviously, we're going to give it a test as well to make sure it actually works as it's supposed to. Now, a couple of things I want to mention as well is you can pretty much make your agent, equip them with as many different automations and actions as you wish. If you want them to be able to add leads to a CRM and then from there follow a certain process and send messages and whatnot, you can also do that. In my case, I just wanted to keep things as simple as possible, just the bare necessities. So create a calendar event. Now in your case, obviously you're going to click create a new scenario. So this is my scenario for creating a calendar event. And it's very simple, guys. The first step is always going to be a webhook. You want to add the webhook module and you want to create an address that you want to copy. So this is going to be a custom webhook. You copy this address right here and you go ahead, you create a new action in your specific agent on OneInbox. You click webhook, you add the address to the endpoint URL. You also name it, and then you're good to go. What you want to do then is run this automation and at the same time call the agent directly through the platform. It's called a web call right here. And it basically imitates a real call where you call it through the phone number that I've shown you previously, but it works the same way. And then the moment your agent starts talking, you can end the call, and that way you get data passed through this webhook. And basically what the webhook allows us to do is transfer data from OneInbox to our automation in Make.com. Now the second module is going to be an OpenAI module and specifically transform text to structured data. And the reason we want it set up in this way is because the data that we're going to be getting from the webhook directly from OneInbox is going to be raw data. So we want to structure that data so we can then send it to our Google Calendar and it understands what it is that's receiving. So you want to add the API, the OpenAI module here. You want to connect your OpenAI API, which is a native integration. So it's going to be very easy. All you have to do is log in into your account. Then GPT-4o model, I recommend this as a bare minimum to any of the automations you want to be setting up. Then text to parse is going to be the call transcript. So basically the conversation that you've had with the agent or the customer has had with the agent in text. And now we want to prompt the OpenAI module in order to extract certain data. So extract the start time, the end time, and the date from the transcript of the call. To extract the end time, add 30 minutes to the start time. And the reason I kind of put it this way is because all our appointments for this specific use case are 30 minutes long, and we're going to need the start time and the end time of the appointment in order to book a slot in the Google Calendar. Also instructed to output data in a certain format so it's readable when it gets sent to the Google Calendar module. And then I also give it the current date, which is now. And the way you can do that is click here, go to this section right here, and then click this variable now. And I also instructed to output an email of the customer as well. Now you want to structure the data definition. Those are a lot of complicated terms. A lot of times I do it mechanically. I don't even think of them or what it is I'm doing. I'm just adding the values. So start time, this is going to be the time that the appointment starts. And obviously it extracts that from the conversation. You give it a description so it knows what it is that it's kind of matching. Start time, the starting time of the appointment. Data type is text, and obviously this is a required parameter in order for us to generate the appointment on Google Calendar. Then we have end time, another required parameter. Again, the ending time of the appointment, text, required parameter, yes. Then parameter name, this is going to be the name of the customer. Text, again, is parameter required, yes, it's required. Then the email of the customer, text. And is this parameter required? Yes, that's also required. And then we click OK. And that's pretty much 90% done. What you want to do then is add another module from Google Calendar and specifically create an event module. You want to connect your own Google Calendar account right here. So create an event in detail, calendar ID. You can choose your specific one that you want to use. And then event name. This is going to be the same name as the customer's name. It's an all-day event. No end date. I put the end time directly from the OpenAI module, and then obviously I put the start time as well. The duration, I keep it as end time. The description, I don't need any description in this case. If you want to add any details in the description, you can do so. There's an in-person event, and then you're pretty much ready to go. You also need to add the attendee's name and email, so the Google Calendar module knows under which name it should create the appointment for. And then you click OK. Obviously, there are more advanced options here if you want to play around with them. But that's pretty simple, guys. So now if I click run this automation, wait for new data, and I go ahead and call the agent, it's supposed to work and create an appointment in my calendar and also send me a notification on my phone and maybe initiate any other automations you have set up on your calendar, maybe send an email or reminders and whatnot. So let's actually go here and give it a test and see that it works fine. So now I'm calling the agent.
Hi, this is Alex from the barbershop. How can I help you today?
Hi, Alex. I want to book an appointment for tomorrow, 9 a.m. Can you help me?
Sure. Just to confirm, can I have your name and email address, please?
Yes, my name is John. And my email is 123@gmail.com.
Thanks, John. Let me check the availability for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Just a moment, please. Great news. We have an appointment available for you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll go ahead and book that for you. Your appointment is confirmed for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you. You're good. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. So now I called the agent. I kind of gave them all the details that he required from me in order to book the appointment. And now the automation is supposed to be completed. So let's see. Everything seems fine. So now, okay, so here we are. We have an appointment for tomorrow, 9 a.m. booked in the calendar. So this is a part of automations when you connect them with your AI agent. Now, I want to show you some other automations as well. So let's go back to our Make.com platform here. And now let's say I want to reschedule the event that I just booked for a different day. So now I'm going to click edit and I'm going to walk you through it. Again, the same thing you're going to do here is always start with a webhook. There's going to be a different webhook, obviously. So custom webhook, add the module from the plus icon right here. and then copy that address, go ahead in your OneInbox platform, add a new action, connect that webhook there so it's able to transfer data. Now we want to add, again, a transform text to structured data OpenAI module. And in this case, let's just wait for it to load. It's fucking slow. It should have been called Turtle AI or something. So again, GPT-4 system called transcripted text to parse. And now we're giving it a little different of a prompt. So we prompted to extract the email address of the person. We also give it the current time, extract the new start time, end time, and date of the appointment from the transcript of the call. To extract the end time, obviously add 30 minutes to the start time, output data in this format, also output the name of the customer. So again, we map the different, or we set up the different parameters here, customer email and text, obviously that's required, customer name, and this is the name of the customer, text, also a required parameter, and obviously another required parameter is going to be the time for the new event and the end time as well. So let's set it up. It's okay. Now what we want to do, guys, is search events. So you're gonna go ahead and add a new module, and that module is going to be a Google Calendar search events module. You're going to connect it to your calendar ID. Sometimes if your calendar ID is not popping up here, it's just going to be your email. So add your email right here and it should be able to find it as long as the connection is set up properly. And all you want to do now is have it search by query. So what that means is going to get so the agent is going to call you, you're going to call the agent, is going to answer you. And the email is what is going to use from the extraction through the OpenAI module in order to find your appointment. So it needs to find your appointment first on the Google Calendar so it's able to reschedule it. And the way it finds the appointment is by getting the email that you put in the first place to book the appointment. And obviously the prompt that you give to your agent is going to have to work in accordance. So they're going to have to be synchronized together, right? So if you scroll down here in my prompt, let me just find it. So scheduling an appointment, rescheduling an existing appointment. So here are the instructions I give the agent in order to reschedule my appointment. Once you answer the phone, greet people with the following message. After that, your job is to assist the customer with rescheduling their existing appointment. The only information you need from them is their name, email, and time and date they want to schedule for. If there's availability on the calendar, schedule their appointment. If not, propose a different time slot. Once the objective is completed, ask the customer if they need further help, blah, blah, blah. So you can see if you want your automation to work properly and you want to extract the right data from the transcript, make sure that the agent is prompted to ask for that data in the call. But anyways, we search the events through email. And then once we find the email, then we get the event ID from that email, and then the customer's name, the start date, the end date, and this is obviously an update event module from the Make.com platform. So you add an update an event module, and it's important you click map here so it pops up this option to add an event ID. So once it searches the events, it's able to get the ID of the event of the person with this specific email. So that's why it's important you get it. And obviously you can set it up in other way to search by name or search query by phone number if you want, but that's the way I set it up. So that's okay. Now, once I click run and I go ahead and wait for new data and I call my agent again.
Hi, this is Alex from the barber shop. How can I help you today?
Hi, Alex. I want to reschedule my appointment for a different day.
Sure, I can help you with that. Could you please provide me with your name and the email address you used to book the appointment?
Yes.
Yes,
so my name is John, and the email address I used to book the appointment is 123@gmail.com. And
thanks, John.
Yes, and I want to book my appointment for Thursday, 11 a.m. Can you help me?
Let me check the availability for Thursday at 11 a.m. Just a moment, please. Okay, it looks like we have availability at that time. I'll go ahead and reschedule your appointment for Thursday at 11 a.m. Is there anything else you need?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Your appointment has been successfully rescheduled for Thursday at 11 a.m. Thank you for calling the barbershop. Have a great day.
Cool. Bye-bye. All right. So let's see if the automation runs successfully. Let's just wait for the webhook to receive the data. So, okay, so it seems like we have a problem right here. So, all right, let's see, invalid date parameter. So previously I tried it, it worked fine. Sometimes it does that. So let me just see what's going on. End time, start time, all day event, no. Okay, let's just try it again and see if it works this time. So let's just use existing data. Okay, so this time it worked, you see? So now it's supposed to remove the appointment from 9 a.m. and put it for 11 a.m., but I'm not sure why it did not do it. Let's just give it another go. Use existing data. So event ID, all right. Customer name, start time, date. Okay, let's just try calling it again. Let's see why it's not working. Maybe it has to do with the transcript. Maybe it didn't get the right the right time or something. I don't know. Let's see. So wait for new data. Let's just call it again. Test agent, web call.
Hi, this is Alex from the barbershop. How can I help you today?
Actually, Alex, can you help me cancel my appointment?
Of course.
No. In fact, I want to reschedule it. Can you help me?
Absolutely. I can help you schedule an appointment. What date and time are you looking for?
No, so I already have an appointment scheduled. I just want to reschedule it. Can you do that?
Sure thing. I can help you reschedule your appointment. Could you please provide me with your name and the email address you used to book the appointment?
Yes.
Also, let me know what date and time you'd like to reschedule for.
Yes, so the name I used for the appointment is John, and I want to reschedule it for today at 10 a.m.
Thanks, John. Just to confirm, you want to reschedule your appointment for today at 10 a.m. Let me check the availability for you. One moment, please. It looks like we have availability at 10 a.m. today. I'll go ahead and reschedule your appointment. All set. Your appointment is now scheduled for today at 10 a.m. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, Ajahn. No, Alex. I just want to let you know you sound kind of gay, bro.
I appreciate your feedback.
Thank
I'm
you.
just here to help you with your appointment. Is
Cool.
there anything else?
No, we're good. Have a good one. Bye-bye. All right, so Alex, which is apparently gay, let's see if he was able to... Okay, so he wasn't able to reschedule my appointment. I'm not sure why, guys. I'm going to have to troubleshoot it and play around it a little bit. So duration, start time. I'm not exactly sure why that's the case, but sometimes it does it. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit. So let's try to set it up this way. See if it reschedules my appointment. Yeah, so sometimes it works. Okay, so now apparently my appointment disappeared. That's what I'm saying, guys. So you're gonna have to experiment with these automations quite a few times in order to figure out a way where it always works. But for now, it's fine. Now I also want to show you the cancel appointment feature. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to schedule a new appointment and then call it again to cancel it. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and do that. So discard changes. Let's go back. Let's run this automation. And by the way, you can just have your automations on all the time if you want to do so. But create a calendar event. Gonna go ahead, run this automation. Wait for new data. I'm gonna call my agent to book an appointment and then cancel it to see if that works.
Hi, this is Alex from the barbershop. How can I help you today?
Hey Alex, I want to schedule an appointment for today at 9 a.m.
Let me check the availability for you. Just a moment, please. Okay, it looks like we have an opening at 9 a.m. today. Can I get your name and email address to book that appointment?
Yes, so my name is John and my email is 123@gmail.com.
Great, thanks, John. I've scheduled your appointment for today at 9 a.m. You'll be all set for a 30-minute session. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, we're good. Thank you. All right, so let's see if it's good now. Just wait, receives data, boom. So now the event should be created. So here it is, 9 a.m. Now let's see. Actually, I want to try the reschedule automation again to see if it works this time. So let's just edit. Let's just run it. Run once. Wait for new data. Now I'm going to call him and see if he can help me reschedule.
Hi, this is Alex from the barbershop. How can I help you today?
Alex, I have an appointment booked for today, 9 a.m. and I want to reschedule it. Can you help me?
Of course. I can help you with that. Can I have your name and email address, please?
Yes.
And what time and date would you like to reschedule for?
My name is John. My email is 123@gmail.com. And I want to reschedule for today, 11 a.m.
Thanks, John. Let me check the availability for 11 a.m. today. Just a moment, please. All right, it looks like 11 a.m. is available.
Of course.
I'll go ahead and reschedule your appointment for that time. Your new appointment is set for today at 11 a.m. Is there anything else you need help with?
No, thank you. I'm good.
You're welcome, John. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you at 11 a.m.
Bye. All right, let's see if it worked this time. Okay, it seems like it worked. And you can see it rescheduled my appointment for 11 a.m. So that's perfect. Now I want to cancel my appointment, let's say. And by the way, guys, if you have any idea why it didn't work in the first place, if you're experienced with Make.com and you've seen this kind of scenario before, then let me know. But now let's go ahead and run this automation now. Click edit, and then I want to cancel my appointment. And the flow here is basically the same as reschedule the appointment up to this point. The only difference is that the last module is going to be a delete an event module, and we also delete the event through the event ID. All right, so let's just run it, wait for new data, and let's call it again and ask if it can help us. Alex.
Hi, this is Alex from the barbershop. How can I help you today?
What's up, bro?
I didn't catch that.
Okay, listen, Alex. I want to cancel my appointment because you're gay.
I understand you want to cancel your appointment. Could you please provide me with the email address you used to book it?
Yes, my email is 123@gmail.com.
It seems like there might be a little static in your speech. Could you please confirm your email address again?
Yes,
Just
of
to
course.
make sure
123@gmail.com.
Canceling the appointment for the email 123@gmail.com.
Correct, brother. Okay, so it seems like it's good now. Delete an event. Boom, and the event is deleted, guys. So this is how it works. We kind of ran into a few issues, but eventually we made it work. So this was the video, guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial, let me know down in the comments. If you're interested in that free consultation, shoot me a DM on IG. And also if you want any of the templates like the prompt or the templates of these automations right here, let me know on IG as well. Share your thoughts down in the description. If you have any tutorial ideas or videos you want me to make, let me know as well. And I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.